important topic, and it is HTTP response status code. So when we send a request to the server and server send a response to the client or browser, then it will send a response code with the response. So what is the meaning of that response code, we will discuss in this video. So let me just open any in response. So let me open this and copy this, and so you can see there are different response code. 200 for post, it is 201. So these are the response code which is server given to the client, right? So what are the different response code? So there are the series. The series is divided between 100 to 599. So for 100 to 199 there are informational responses. The informational responses means if there is a 102, so it means it is a continue. Okay, everything is going so far is good, so we can continue. So there are the different information responses for the 100 to 199, but the most important responses are successful responses, which is come under 200 to 299, client errors which comes under 400 to 499, and the server errors which comes between 500 to 599. Redirects is also come under 300 to 399. So we will discuss all these important responses which is come with the response. So 200. So 200 means the request has been success. When we send any get request, head request, then it then client get the response code is 200. Suppose here I am getting a, I am just sending this, and you can see there is a OK status is a OK. So this is a 200 response. The all the status is OK. If I will open this, press Google, inspect, go to network, again refresh it, and if I will see, then you can see the status code is 200 for a get, because I'm getting the response and it is a 200, right? So these are the response code is 200, means the request which we send to the server, and the server is succeeded send the request to send the response to the client. So my request is completed, I send the request and I get the response, and it is a 200, right? For 201 is created. When we create any new response, any new data or resource on the server, then we will get 201 code. Suppose I will create a new code for this, and let me just see what will be the post. So for the post there is the user, and you can see these are 201. So same I will, oh, and this is the body, and in body I put Chirag and sending. So you can see there is a 201, means we have created one data on the server, right? So it's give a created at itne and this. So 201, when any data is created on the server or any resource is created on the server, then it will be a 201. So post and put method gives a 201. So 204 is no content. There is no content to send for this request, but the header may be useful. When we delete any resource or any data, then server gives a 204. It does not give the response body, but it send the headers. And 204 means there is no content in this response, means there is no body with this response. If I will select a delete here, where is a delete, yes, and if I need to delete this too, and I will send. So you can see 201 not content has been displayed here, right? In body, we do not get any information, but we are getting 204 no content. Okay, so 204 means we have deleted our data. So now these are redirects. So redirects comes between 300 to 399. So the important is 304 not modified. So this is used for caching purpose. It means when we have a response given by the server and that response does not modify, for the quick for the quick for the quick save time or quick response, we will get three. The client does not again send the the server does not send the response to the client. It just send the same response to the client without and by using a caching purpose, right? So let me show you this. So this is my 30. I am getting a 4. So you can see for 4 these are 200 status, right? So uh, at this time I will send the request to the server. Servers send the response to me. I am here getting the response or get the data for the user ID 4. If here you can see it comes from the server, so it status is 200. Again I will send for the response again. Then you can see it does not come from the server because the any data is not modified. It comes from a cache server, right? So it is a 304. So 304 code is used when there is no modified. So my response is not modified, then it will not come from the actual server, it comes from the cached server, right? So this is for the 30 not modified. 400 means a bad request. It means when the server could not understand the request due to invalid syntax. If I'm sending any request invalid from my client, then server said, okay, I'm not able to understand your request, so it gives the 400 bad request. 40 means unauthorized. It means the client must authorize itself to get the request response. In some case, we need username and password to access some API, some data. If we do not pass that username and password, then we will get this 104 unauthorized response code. And for 403 forbidden means we pass the username and password. We successfully log into the application, but we do not have access to get that content. Suppose I have access of simple user, I do not have access for the admin user. If I am going to fetch any data which is related with the admin rights, but I do not have that rights, at that time I will get this 403 forbidden response code. Next is 404 not found. It means the user cannot find the request resource in the browser. This means the URL is not recognized in an API. This can also mean that endpoint is valid but the resource itself is not accessed, right? Is if this case, if I put any resource which is not accessible, then might be it give me 400. You can see 404 error come, right? So let me open this, and this is a 404 method, and it means this user information 404 400 user information is not present in a server, then it gives a server code 404. It means not found. This kind of information is not found on the server. If 405 method not allowed means, what is means 405? It means the request method is known by the server but has been disabled or cannot be used. Suppose there is a method which I'm going to use, but it is present or it is known by the server, but currently it is disabled. At that time 405 method not allowed, so it present the method name, but its method type is changed. So at that type, this 405 method does not allow, error comes from the client server, right? So these are the client error response. Client error response means the response which comes on the browser, which is come on the browser means the mistake which is done by the client, not the server, right? So there are four type of error. One is informational error, one is informational response code, second is successful response code, third is redirect response code, fourth is client error, fifth is server error. So we have discussed successful code 200, 201, 204. We have discussed redirect 304 not modified, which is used in cache. Then we discussed client error responses, where we have 404 when we request any data which is not present in the server, then we will get 404. And now we are discussing server error. So server error means the error which is given by the server. Client error means any mistake is done by the client, means browser side, means a client side, right? So 500 means internal server error. The server has encounter a situation it does not know how to handle. Sometimes the exception occurs on the code level or on the server, so it gives the 500 that it is not understand how to handle this exception. 502 means bad gateway. This error response means that the server, while working as a gateway to get a response, need to handle the request got an invalid response. So there is a when my request goes to a gateway, but any gateway to get a response need to handle the request. So gateway need to handle the request got an invalid response, so it is getting an invalid response. 403 means service unavailable. The service is not ready to handle the request. More common when we in production server, when we deploy any build, then 403 server unavailable is coming. It is coming because the server is not ready to handle any request, right? So that's why 503 server is coming. 504 means gateway timeout. This error response is given by the server when it is acting a gateway cannot respond at time. So when we send the request to the server, but within a specific time it does not send a response back to the client, then a gateway timeout is occur, right? So these are the different server error responses or HTTP response which we discuss in this video. So in upcoming video we start how we can use all this information in our actual world. So hopefully you like this video and to stick with this series. And now we are going to discuss what is a rest assured and other videos. So thank you for watching this video. Bye bye, take care.